But do we break this down frame by frame? Where do we start? I can't even do that. It goes by 5 seconds. Bro. 0.25. Build us. We'll meet that. What do we know? Have some audio. We see 3 different colors, right? Sorry, I gotta check my phone. And a spilled one means nothing, right? Nothing out of that. There's a dye. You can see a dye right in the middle there. Kind of twirling a little bit. You don't really see it in the other bottles. Just this one. And we can't really see anything in there. And the green one, yeah, there's not. It doesn't look. It's hard to see anything in there. There's a dye there for sure. And then you can see him in the background. He's standing back there. Here's his elbow, kind of chilling. It's the same one we've seen a picture of, but we noticed this prior to seeing who it was. Here's another spilled one. Nothing inside there. There's a yellow one over here. We got yellow, green, pink, and blue. That's 4. Want to play a little bit here. Nothing spectacular yet. Nothing yet. We're getting close to some stuff here. No dye face there. I don't see anything. Maybe you combine them to do extra stuff. I think that's what we'll see. I think you'll see. That was kind of my theory. At first, was a separate, kind of like a Ravenous bird dial. It'll be like a flask, and then what we do is we in the order in which we mix the flask gives us our kind of like companion effect. So if you think like, I'm gonna mix blue, red, red, maybe the red gives attack mods and blue gives like defensive. So like, let's say we mix, or you mix all reds, like you say you can mix 3, then it does a 3 damage mod. Or if you mix green, blue, red, you get health, shield, block, I don't know what they call it, I forget. Prevent, damage prevention, and then attack mod for the red. I think that would be pretty sweet. And then your abilities are packed in the flask. Every ability gives you something. The only problem with that is that blue is truly damage reduction. Like, it would feel bad if that's what you're mixing in it. So you need the opportunity to spend the flask whenever you want. Well, I bet he's going to have some negative effect. Yeah, sure. So maybe the blue, red could be damage. Green can be, maybe it has a poison effect. Blue could be, whatever. There's many possibilities, for sure. But that was my theory, was some sort of mixing. We see its dye face here, right as the flask hits the top. Right there, we're going to see it. It's the 3. And I'm not familiar with these symbols. So unless you know anything. We see the 3, and then we see the iconic 6 symbol. And that's all we see. There's really nothing else crazy there. Our first single heroes, blah blah blah, mixing things up. So maybe that's our keyword there. And then bubbling, I think bubbling is just them being Creative. Bubblehead. Maybe you gotta cook your potions first. You gotta boil them, bubble them. That's all we see there. But yeah, who knows? I think the knocked over flasks are just for aesthetics here in the trailer. There's a yellow one. You can confirm there is at least 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about it. That's all we know. And then we know it's coming to they're doing an event for it. Okay, let's move on to this bad boy. Just gonna make sure we get audio with it. It's still really loud. Spotify, be quiet. All right, this one we gotta maybe turn up a little bit because we're gonna talk about what we're hearing here. Okay. What do we know? We hear lots of things. I think we hear more things in this trailer than we have in any other Dice Throne trailer. Next to X-Men. I think X-Men had. Maybe it didn't when they revealed the title of their box. But the ones that intrigue me are when the letters flying in. The growl at the end, of course. There's also kind of like a lightning at the end. And then in the beginning here, it's either growling. It sounds more like growling now that I like a gurgle rather than what I thought it was like a gate opening, like a old school castle gate, chains kind of rattling in the back as the door opens. Right there. But now that I hear it and compare it to the end of the trailer, it's definitely not a castle gate. But as you hear these letters flying in, and it could just be the letters, you hear like whimsical, like what I picture in my head to be like if a magician were shooting some sort of projectile and it's whizzing through the air. And the reason why I think it's not the letters is because it just doesn't line up right. Or maybe I'm wrong. So the next sound I want to listen to then is about right here. We hear, again, this is 100% speculation. I don't know. There's a little flute that you hear in the background. One of two things. One, it could be absolutely nothing, right? It's kind of like a little bit of B-roll during the video, a little A-roll, whatever you want to call it. Audio playing as the trailer moves on, and the only reason why I do and do not think it's part of it is because it's so quiet that I thought maybe it was a hero, but then plays along with the trailer, so I almost feel like it's intended to be in the trailer as like just audio filler. right there. But then you don't hear it anywhere else. So I don't know. It could be nothing. But for about like 5 seconds there, you hear it, and then you don't hear it again. And then you get to the iconic roar that everybody's clearly clamoring about. And then the lightning strike. So you got people thinking, let's say people thinking it's Druid kind of esque stuff. We also think there's maybe another hero that has lightning ability or some sort of lightning capabilities. But Druids are also like that, right? Like Druids shapeshift, but they're also like weather controllers, right? At least every Druid that I've ever played in a video game either changes form or shoots lightning bolts. So maybe the lightning bolt's like the Druid changing from bear to lion. So then I was thinking the other day that lightning bolt kind of coincided with the kind of the whizzing projectiles I was talking about earlier. You've been shooting some arcane magic, and that's what we're hearing. But I think a mage will be there. Yeah, I mean when I think of Vanguard, you know, staring at Vanguard, right? The title of this, like to me, it screams that kind of environment, that kind of style. You know, with the sword and the rose. Like I think it gives us that knight in shining armor kind of vibe. So you think mage, you think like a paladin, even though we already have one, or like an archer, which we kind of already have one. Thief, kind of already have one. But hopefully, you know, if that's the case, you know, I would hope they would stick away from those basic classes that we're all familiar with, because we kind of already have them. I heard armor clashing like hammer strikes and waves crashing also like lightning bolt. Yeah, someone I think in the puzzle discussion kind of hinted or shown a screenshot of that dwarf looking paladin kind of dude. Coincided it with that. And the roar, yeah. So the roar I thought was a lion, and then of course people are thinking druid with shapeshifting, which would be kind of neat. They say fresh mechanics at the end, so you know we got to think outside the box of normal dice around here, and started thinking like, well, what do we do in DTA? You know, Dice World Adventures has a lot of mechanics that are not on heroes yet. So like Hydra and the Chaos tokens, or the Druid minion that can shapeshift. Those are all things that we don't see in normal heroes. It's just loud. Dragon King style thing would be cool. I just want another elemental kind of hero. Like we got Pyro, we got Iceman. I want more. I want more. Maybe go back to their old video from the Kickstarter. That should be a bunch of different characters. All right, what do we got? Okay. We think that's one of them? I mean, it looks like he's shooting some stuff. He's got some crystals that he's juggling in his hands. So Is that gems? Yeah, it looks like it's shards of something. Right here, right here, right here. Maybe some kind of broke off a little bit here. So maybe that's our mage. Quote unquote mage. We got maybe, I don't know what this would be. I don't know what you'd call that. It looks like a berserker. Like a dragon knight. Like someone that takes damage to do damage. That kind of hero. Like, activate this ability if you exhaust or spend 2 health, do XYZ. But then maybe on his defense he heals or something. That's what I get vibes with that one. Very aggressive hero, but a high risk, high reward kind of thing. Yeah, like a Death Knight. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Take damage to deal damage. Roll reverse the heal, right? We all know how to heal, but how comfortable are we spending a little health to do a little bit more damage? Or maybe spend health to get more die or whatever the case may be. We got this dude here that looks like Josh. I don't know what to make of this. Is that a staff? Too round to be a sword. Josh 100%. Yeah. I think they were just low-key making heroes of themselves. And that's Josh. It's pretty similar. A spear. Could be. Could be. It's got a little tattoo on his arm. Yeah, sword in the way. It's sick. Old Man River over here. He's got a gun. Or maybe that's a sword. But it looks like there's a stock here. Like we got a hunter, another hunter. Does he have it on his forearm and they would like to be like a spear thrust? Back here. It looks like he's balancing it on his arm. It's definitely connecting right here. Got an elf with a potential gun, backpack. He's definitely got a backpack with some kind on. That looks like a gun to me. Like here's the stock. He's got little arms. Those little guys. You sure you want to shoot that dude? Or you're gonna break an arm. Nothing funky with his eye that we can't see, but he's definitely an elf. Not spectacular than a bag. Got a bag here. Looks like a rifle or old school musket. Yeah. Like you can kind of see the bend in it. Comes back out. Kind of neat. What's popping up next? This Chica over here. About as clear as we're gonna get. Is that our priest? What would you call that? A cleric? That's a Dragonborn's mage to the left. Ugh. Cleric, maybe. Definitely a staff. I don't see anything else that's like super crazy about this. It's a staff. I think this is her part of her gown. Medallion. And she looks like maybe a crown, but that could be her hair. It's like her hair, probably. We don't have a priest or cleric yet. Getting old Egyptian vibes. Oh yeah, like a Moon Knight kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Cleric could be kind of cool. The other night I was thinking like if we did have a class that had like the traditional healing opportunity or healing capabilities, like a priest or cleric or whatever. It'd be kind of neat to have an ability that placed a dot on a hero, so like a or a hot heal over time. So like you could cast your ability if on a teammate or whatever. I don't know what you'd word it. Like it would give you a regen effect. Yeah, perfect. Regen effect over like a course of X amount of turns. Heal to shield dot. Yeah. Shield would be cool too. Like your ability prevents damage ahead of time over your defense. That'd be kind of neat. I think that's a cool idea. I like it. But she needs a resource to do that, I would think. I think you'd want something where you'd like cast the ability and then has to spend XYZ to make that happen. But maybe that's one of her status effects. Radiance energy like tokens, yeah. Maybe you just start casting abilities and then you start gaining them. Maybe an upkeep gain. If you do an upkeep gain, then you got to make sure that the ability is not too strong. I like it. If we find out that this is one of the heroes, that's the one I'm going to follow. You got the infamous druid popping up here. Or we assume it's a druid. Definitely shows druid. It looks like druid. It doesn't smell like druid because I don't smell it, but that's got to be druid. You see kind of the look of a druid. You see this like energy floating around the druid. Same energy is coming out of the eyes of the bear that's in behind him, or whatever the case that animal may be. Yeah, this is probably the growl that we're hearing in Vanguard. Medusa would be nice, would prefer an outcast over a lameomancer. I want to know more about that lady at the bottom. The armor, there's the armor back left. Okay. What do we think of Druid? Anything special with Druid other than shapeshifting? It looks like we only see one shapeshift. Maybe he only does have one, potentially two. Usually Druid's got multiple forms, but I think in the more forms you have, the less board space you're going to have for abilities. There's a game called Heroes of the Shire that did that. We can kind of see why I wasn't a fan of the Druid. By the way, I had one of these hero boards from HOTS go bad, and they sent me every hero. A whole batch of new heroes. So now I have 2 sets of heroes for this game. Cleric, Musketeer. I did a game with Druid. Back when we were really playing this game. A lot. Shaman, Druid. There's Druid. And I like Druids naturally, right? I think Druids are sweet. I think the idea of changing forms is sweet. But my concern, I'm going to take away this screen for a second. Where is it? Right here. I can show you this. Here's the Druid in HOTS. The Druid in HOTS works fine. My only gripe about it, and again, it's only me, is shapeshifting in HOTS happens a lot. Like, it's part of your rotation. So, for example, here's your Druid form abilities. So when you're not shapeshift, when you cast these, at most of these have like a 3-second cooldown. So you're transforming once these are on cooldown. Then you transform to your next ability. and then you cast your ability there. These all have 3-second cooldowns, and you got to transform again and cast your next one. That felt okay in this game, but it's a lot of micromanaging of form shape shifting, and the shape shifts had certain stats. So like the hyena form had different stats, hawk form had different stats, bear form had different stats, and then you had to coincide those stats with your own stats and the abilities that you're activating. So in this game it works, but man, was it a lot to just remember to, for example, you're doing damage with Razor Wing plus your intellect. So you're doing 5, 6, 7, and then you have to go to your hawk form and make sure you're getting all your perks from being in hawk form there. And then when your cooldown comes down, then you shift back out. And then over here, there's I don't know. It worked in this game. I played Druid a few times, but I just hope that like if they do Druid in Dice Throne, that it's not that crazy. Because you're looking at a complexity level of more than 6 for sure. It was fun in HOTS, just not. It's rememberable in a bad way, or in a negative way, not a bad way. The Druid in Hearts is okay, but she has a drawback. She has to have some synergy balance for her shift change thing. She doesn't have it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and if you screw up that rotation or you get spell blocked, there's so many outliers that if something were to happen to your abilities, like it just throws off the purpose of being Druid, and it just no longer is fun. I wouldn't say no longer fun. It's just not. It's not the Druid I would want. But otherwise, super cool game. I really like HOTS. My only gripe about it at the time was it just takes so long to set up and play. Like it's longer. It's not as long as Dice Throne Adventures, but a session lasts for several hours. And at the time when I was playing it, I did not have that time. You need the bard to boost the cooldown. True. The new setup book will make it a lot easier. Yeah, so that was the smart thing to do, was to take all I would take out the box and show you guys, but it's a mess. The box I have, there's lid lift, like stuff doesn't fit right because there's so many pieces and so many cardboard tokens, and yeah, it's the hexes. Like it's insane how many parts there are in this game. And now, from what I understand, they took all those hexes and put it in a book, right? Like you open up the book and there's your map. Like that was smart. I think I did see it, but I bought, I don't remember the brand name. One of those boxes for Magic the Gathering that hides all has drawers for dice and cards, and I bought one of those, and I bought one for each scenario. So one for fire, one for earth, one for water. But I ended up returning it because I stopped playing. Okay, so we talked about Druid. Who's next? Maybe top dude here. What do we see? Is that ice? Is it spectral? I don't think it's ice. It looks very mystical. But then we kind of pass. I don't know what to say about that because I don't know what that is. There's definitely a staff there. Whipping it around because you can see the trail of something going on here. But let's back it up a little bit here because I kind of missed Medusa here. Boop. So down there. Nothing crazy. Hard to see anything. There's a pendant there, but I don't know. I don't see anything that strikes the thing there. Looks like a naga, maybe. Do nagas have... But nagas have fins, though, right? They're more of like sea creature. And there's definitely something going on in the hair. Here you can kind of see something, and then like right here you see something. Right around her shoulder, maybe something's wrapping around the side there. Maybe it's like dreadlocks. I don't know. Something right here too. We got a potential blacksmith over here. What do we see? Lots of armor, that's for sure. Fire in the background kind of matches up with the trailer. Not that that means anything, but this gives me Vanguard vibes, sure. That's not a hammer though, right? That looks like a shield on his hand. Or maybe that's his fist. That could be his whole fist right there. He's got a giant metal plate for a fist. And there's this dude right behind the druid. Bad shot. It's not, but it's just not clear. If we back up a little bit. Almost looked robotic there. This is probably the best shot we're going to get. So we see like these. There's something huge going on right here. I could be wrong. It's the same color as what's right here. It could just be the background, and then this is like the body. The head looks like a trophy. Yeah, it's hard to see. But there looks like there's like some tubes going up here or something. Oh, there's definitely something here. I don't know what it is though. Maybe it's this ribbon or something. There's a gem in the middle of the forehead. I saw that when I came flying through here. Yeah. Yeah, right there. Like the Mind Stone or something. Elf ears, maybe? Have to see. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're definitely growing. It's some sort of energy. Yeah, Maui, like you said, Maui. Just a big brute. I don't know what else to say there. Kind of tough to go off of something like that. Could be anything. This screams more like a spear dude to me. Like the maiden, the shield maiden from HOTS. Gives me that kind of vibe. A defensive stance and an aggressive stance. Spartan, that's like a flail link or whatever. Yeah. Your Alchemist at the bottom. Yep. Yep, he's popping up. There's another one right there behind this dude. So nothing about Maui here other than just a big guy. We got the Spartan here again. Really, I don't know what else we'd go off of there. Kind of nice to see weapons, but and then we got this dude down on the bottom right. I don't know if we're gonna get any clearer shot than that. Definitely like, oh come on. We stop it right here. It almost looks I don't know if I can tell if it has legs or not. Oh! Looks like just one body, like a genie. You know what I mean? Gives me like a... Looks like Tobo. It does kind of look like Tobo. Bah! There is a sword there. A blade of some kind, but then there's some followers in the back. Kind of remind me of that one video game where you play the kid and you're trying to run through that... I don't know what it is, factory or whatever it is. But I don't know what to think of that. It's kind of a... We're gonna have a Raise the Dead dude. Are we getting another one? weird one. All right, we'll move on. I don't know what else to say about that one. We got the Alchemist down at the bottom there. Seen it. Oh, that one's cool. I haven't looked at these close enough. That's neat. Like a witch doctor. I don't see anything crazy there. I am Robot Army. You think that's a robot? Could be, I guess. It could be anything. That looks like a deaf guy right there, like a witch doctor. That's some kind of weapon. That's a staff. Oh, now I see it. It goes all the way down here. Could be druid. Got the antlers up on the top. Talon claw, or whatever that is. Maybe it's a white banana. Alright, behind this guy, got a waterbender. Yeah, maybe it's like a voodoo dude, witch doctor. Just like takes control of your companions. That would be sweet. Yeah, we definitely got a water dude here. Yeah, it looks like water. Could be anything. Maybe it's our own actual dice run ice elemental. Got a mohawk made out of ice. Looks more like water to me though. Aqua boy, shark boy. What do we got here? Dude's carrying a fox made of flames. But it looks like it's coming out of his arm. These light trails lead to his arm. Maybe this is our druid. And right here's another potential animal. Get closer. We'll come back to this guy. Got a weapon, of some kind. Tattoo fox. He's got a staff. Maybe it's his companion. Is this fox? Doesn't look like a fox though on the tattoo there. He does have a funky eye. We got our wizard over here that we think is probably part of Vanguard. That's the lightning we're thinking. Coming out of his eyes, out of his staff. Nothing else crazy to look at there, lightning guy. This guy's popped up before. I think he was in some artwork. I thought. I could be wrong. I don't know what to think of that. Maybe it's our Samurai 2.0. Nothing pops off this guy. Looks like a Ronin. Yeah. Let's see what's gonna be next. This guy up top left. Let's go back a little bit here. See how clear we can get this. There's definitely something crazy going on in this one. There's something right here now. Fortunately, that's all we're gonna see. Got something in his hand. He's definitely blue. There's something right here. This looks like an ear and like two eyes. Almost looks like a stitch. See anything else relevant to what's on his shoulder there? There's definitely it's like there's something like an animal. I don't know if you can see his weapon or whatever he's carrying there. We got this chica. She's water. That's definitely. It's got to be water, right? Pretty clear picture. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Bottom guy looks like Mad King. Yeah, does look like a young Mad King. Everything on that screen's Mad King, to be honest with you. That would be kind of cool to maybe do that. Take our Mad King and present him as a hero. Not as Mad King, but like what he once was. And then this guy's popped up. I think he's on one of the pages of their Kickstarters, right? I think he was originally a hero that was going to come out and that didn't make it. That's an old picture. We've seen that before. Okay. Trying to remember, they even had abilities for him, I thought. He had something to do with light. I don't know why I think that, but maybe I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But I'm pretty sure he had abilities and stuff. And they scrapped it because he wasn't ready or something. But again, I don't know. So yeah. Nothing else out of that. So what we see there in comparison to the Vanguard trailer, let's go back. I don't think he's in it. Actually, that could be likely. Probably not this dude. Not Josh. I want to know more about this guy. He's got going on. Looks like a merchant. He also looks like a thief, with that gun. Definitely intrigued here. Druid, of course. Skip ahead. I want to know what this spectral robot looking dude over here. We think this wizard guy is going to be it. We're thinking Vanguard and the theme that we're going with. Yeah. Looks like Mad King behind Mania. That's literally the guy at the end, just older. Yes. So up here is the Mad King. And we're thinking that is this person. Like, yeah. Like Mad King. This is either Mad King or it's his kid. Like you said, Prince. Which should open up some pretty cool lore. Did that. But even like the hair dripping down and the eyes and the nose. All very pointy, very angular. And he's got the same kind of points. It's gotta be something. But I did start keeping track of my stats now on that Karnyx website. I started keeping track of my stuff now. So this is as of, I have a date, the 7th. Very recent. Fitty. But this is kind of cool. I like that, like, every screen is interactive. So, for example, let's say I played Huntress, I can click Huntress, and it gives me a breakdown of Huntress's play, win rate, pick rate. This is what I like too. Best picks versus Huntress, or worst picks versus Huntress. And all this data is based on what we input. So the more people that input stuff, the more this becomes accurate. So I thought that was kind of neat. You can click heroes, and he's got them all listed here, including the new ones, which I don't think would have stats right now because we don't have them. Let's click like Wolverine, for example. Win rate is 36. Out of 33 matches. So again, this could be lowballed because there's just not enough data to supplement it. So like, here's your best picks over Wolverine, but again, it's 2 games, 2 games, 1 game, 1 game. So the data is very new. It's in its infant stage, if you will. But it sounds like they're trying to implement this into Freehawks, so that when you guys are posting your matches and the outcomes, it would implement the stats over here. Here's Zach. Where were you? Where were you? I think I clicked on Wolverine. Hey, look. 2 wins. 2 losses with Wolverine. You're the top player for Wolverine. 2 wins. Apparently. But then I can click on you and be like, you have 99 matches. You win over 50% of your matches. You've casted 15 ultimates. Your most played is Treant, Monk, Pyro. Kind of need to see. I'm studying your results. So when I play you ever, I know who to pick. These are your 10 most recents. That's more than 50%. Killing it. Where's all your alts coming from? Got a Captain Marvel alt, Captain Marvel alt. Got a Cursed Pirate alt and you lost? Ugh. So can I click this then? No, I can't. I can't click into like wash to see those results. So yeah, there's that. Kind of cool. I'm going to use a hero randomizer for sure. Bam. He's got the new guys in there too. Okay. I've done much better since going penalt. I'm 17-6. Dang. I mean, I guess naturally I would think a hardcore player dice run would do better because then you have a little more choice of hero. Like in casual play, we're just picking heroes and going at it. But I think in a penalt, yeah, I mean, if you're going, you go back to your screen. Gonna let me, might not let me here. Like you're probably bringing these 3 to a penalt game, and you're able to choose. Versus like a casual play where I'm like going randomizer. Yeah, you do a lot of random. Yeah, I like random. Random, just in casual play, forces me to play heroes I don't normally pick. So like Huntress, Paladin, Shadow Thief. Yeah, there's quite a few that I'm just like, I don't like playing. It's not that I don't like playing them. I just get intimidated by complexity level. I'm not a complexity 4 kind of guy. That's like my thing. Oh, look at they already got the Alchemist ready to go. They did put a complexity level of 3, but I doubt that's even accurate. I feel competent with most heroes now other than Gambit and Shadow Thief. Yeah, my Gambit sucks. Gunslinger's another one I just don't play a lot as. Santa I don't play a lot as. Artificer I don't play a lot. Seraph, another one. I play a lot of Samurai because I like Samurai in general. It's unfortunate that I don't get a lot of wins. My win rate with Samurai is like 10%. Zach's over here with 50. Samurai was the first character I ever played. Nice. Yeah, that's how I feel about Monk. When I got my whole DTA set and all the heroes all at once, I ordered it all at once. I picked Monk just out of random, and you know, when you play Dice Throne Adventures with a hero, you really kind of adapt and learn how they play, and then that kind of suits you going forward. So Monk has always been like my. I don't play him a lot, but he's like I know him very well. I think that's it. Other than that, I think we named them all. Play a lot of these other heroes. It's unfortunate that my randomizer tends to always pick X-Men. I got less than half. Zach, you're not on here. Doldier's got some wins. Look at Sly coming in with 7 wins. Huh. No Cyclops for me. Yeah, I don't play him that often. I like playing with him, I just don't play him. What's Rogue's rate? Rogue's probably my favorite out of the box. 44. Ooh. 100%, 100%, 28%. Yet they're number one. Maybe that's just most games. Saw something on Freehawks where Cyclops had an abysmal win rate. I don't remember. I think I recall seeing some sort of screenshot. How's Iceman doing? 66. That seems about right. There's Zach. There you go. There you are. Getting worried there. Who else? Who else has like... We didn't even click on the Samurai. 48. It's higher than Cyclops. I gotta use this app. I'm always sketch about new tools. I like it. I like, cosmetically it's fine. But I like that everything is clickable. Everything leads to another page. 66 on Krampus. Monk is probably up there too. 45. Gunslinger's the best pick against Monk. Rogue. Wonder why. This is not true. I put Scarlet Witch against Karnyx Monk in real life. And not only did he have at one point he got a full stack of chi that he could use as an attack mod. And he stole a crackle for me. Felt bad. Hit me for like, I don't know, 18 some damage on some normal attack. Might have been a Tempest Rush. That was dangerous. I learned my lesson there. Pistol whip all day? Yeah, it's it's fun when you're a gunslinger. It's not fun to be whipped. Krampus is your new hotness. Krampus really quickly grew at our ranked event. Both 1v1 and 2v2. This is the win rate. 66. Again, super low stats right now. Like, not very many games to go off of, but I think the stats are very skewed, so a few games as a whole, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could sit here and say 66 win rate, but it's not accurate. Funny girl. Yeah. But anyways. 45 matches. That's enough data to do something, but just not enough, I guess. Sarah? 30. That's the lowest we've seen. Oh, we saw 28, didn't we? I was just thinking, what if the cleric, the board we saw, that Egyptian cleric healer looking dude, what if we had a hero that could cleanse the other person's board, like a purge? Like you had a hero that could purge shadows. Like a bye-bye on an ability. Or a status effect that could purge. That would be cool. Wonder if Seraph will ever get a buff? You think she needs one? I don't play her often enough. But every time I play against her, I'm not scared. I think Descry beat me a few times with Seraph. But that's because Descry would get all his flights would stick. Everyone. Like, okay, well, I can. It's going to be undefendable. Or dodge my damage, right? That's how flight works. Purge would be sick, yeah. Like something that, like a status effect that, or a hero that can control status effects on the other player's board, other than card play. Would be kind of neat. Or what if you had a hero that could... No, never mind. That's a dumb idea, Blunder. Shut up. But yeah, Purge would be cool. For sure. Sarah feels like a counter to a lot of meta pick, but it's just too inconsistent with the rolls. Yeah, no, she's definitely got a kit, but my thing is flights. Like, if I had to put it up there, like, Flight has more opportunity to work than, like, Mesmerize, but it feels like Mesmerize. Like, for me, I roll it, and in most cases, it doesn't work. And granted, flights are on abilities that I don't normally, or on abilities I would chase, so it's kind of easy to get, but it just never lands for me. I'll have to spend cards to make it work. But then just to tip it, you know, like a tippet could ruin all that. Thought there was a way I can, leaderboards. I selected by Free Hawks. We can see who's first place right now. But I think this is based on win rate, or it's sorted by win rate. I was up here because now I'm down here with 50 because Kulnik added a few losses to my table. Or Zach. Not even top 20 there, bud. Oh, maybe you're not linked to Free Hawks. That could be a thing too. There's Diesel. Top heroes, Wash with Empire Lord. One game. 5 games from Sly. Cyclops. 10 games with Santa. Jeez. A lot of these are just super early. Like even mine. Like you look at mine, 1-1-1. Mifflinite, 1-1. Yeah, we just need more people entering their stuff. But I think that's what they're trying to do, is just trying to make it easier to link information between Discord and the site. I may not be linked. I made it before Free Hawks posted about it. I think you just go into... I don't know if you just do it in your settings here or where you do it. You do it on the page. I think I had to have what's-his-face send me a link to do it. Ninja. I agree with these. But if your smokes are landing against Santa, then you're good. I'm not scared to bring... Like, this is worst picks against... Oh, that's worse. Never mind. Okay. Then yes, don't pick Santa. Yeah, this is brutal. I agree with the Moon Elf being top. Even if it's technically not the best or best pick against Ninja. There's so many Ninjas. Yeah, dude. Ninja's so good. You know, when I first went to rank, Ninja was my pick. And for like the first 2 seasons. And people found out why. I had a match I was like 42-0. I felt really bad playing against her, but my Ninja was just on point. All the dice, all the smokes, all the ninjutsus were just landing what they needed to land. It was insane. And then the community downloaded you. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome.